So this euro dollar analysis for Thursday, 22nd of February. Now, let's have a look at where prices may likely go. So previously we saw prices come up towards this 25.55, broke down below the 125 level. Not much of a reaction around 24.50. Had a brief consolidation above the 400 period average. Then we broke below the 23.62. We've headed downwards, and more recently here today, what we have seen is likely news-related events, as we can see here. So we had the sell side momentum, but then we had this very large candle with a large wick to the upside, pretty much coming pretty close to this 23.62 within a couple of pips or so. We came in towards the I think that's 23.60, so it came pretty close, and from which we did see that it did close bearish despite the move initially to the upside. What we are seeing is a continued sell side momentum continue here. We've broken beneath the 22.87, so we might see a retest before we see further downside continuation. The market, however, over this most recent trend here does appear to be to the downside. The most recent trend does appear to be to the downside on the euro dollar. So let's just have a look where we would expect prices to may potentially find support. It's not guaranteed, but from a breakdown from where we are at present, we are looking for price head down towards our 22.23. In around 22.23 weekly pivot, we might see buy side momentum come back into the market, bringing us up towards our 22.87 successful break, from which we'll be looking for price head up towards that 23.62. In around 23.62, we have the added confluence of the 200 period moving average and 400 period moving average, thus increasing the likelihood of potentially seeing sell side momentum back down towards the 22.87 if we were to head up towards that 23.62. If, however, we aren't able to hold support at the 22.23, we're looking for price head down towards that 21.78. 21.78 here on the euro dollar. I don't anticipate prices moving much beyond, say, the 21.78. The very next level that we are looking at is all the way down at the 20.92. But I would expect prices, would expect the far end range to be around that 21.78 on the euro dollar for further upside. We might find support for further upside momentum. Now, if we just say we do turn around from where we are at present, and we do break and hold this 22.78 again, I wouldn't anticipate prices moving much beyond, say, the 23.80, as we do have the added confluence of the horizontal level as well as the 200 and 400 period moving average. If, however, we do have sufficient market volatility, if we do have a news catalyst which is favorable for the euro or bearish for the dollar, we will be looking for prices to move up towards this 24.50, possibly keeping an eye on the 24.20 area, where we might see potential minor resistance, but ultimately we are looking for price up towards that 24.50 if we do get a bit of a counter trend move in light of this most recent trend to the downside. Now let's have a quick look at the daily time frame. So we head over to the daily time frame, and as we can see, we've had the further sell side continuation here. So we've come up towards this 125, slightly above the level. We've had the sell side momentum previously. We've come back up for a retest, made a slightly higher high, and from there we had this very pretty sizable bearish candle. We've had a doji, and we've had sell side continuation. Sell side continuation we have seen has been bearish candles closing near their lows, indicating that there is quite a bit of momentum here on the euro dollar to the downside over the medium term. On this daily chart, we can see that the most recent move has been to the upside, even though we have stalled here, and we've formed a bit of a top on the euro dollar. What we do have potentially is a bit of a trading range developing here. If we can hold support in around the 22.23 or 21, let's just see, 22.23, if we can hold support there, we would have a bit of a trading range developing here, where we have sold off from 125 and held support at 22.23. So we'll see how price develop going forward. Overall, the trend has been to the upside, but we do appear to be going a bit of a consolidation, and there has appeared to be a loss of momentum. So we'll see how things develop from here, but overall, over the short to medium term, we do appear poised for further downside continuation on the euro dollar. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the euro dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.